And some of the feedback we've got from the students is that it was life-changing, that after this, they didn't know what to expect when they got into this class. I'm Dr. Kyle Roberson, and I'm an assistant professor in the College of Health and Human Sciences. The current CEL class I'm teaching is FCSE, which is Family and Consumer Sciences Education 3303, which is Educational Processes in the Human Sciences. And the idea behind that course is not only is it CEL, so that my students are working with a community partner to help disadvantaged youth in the local school district, but they learn the processes of developing a community-based program. And so they're actually taking what they learn in class and applying it immediately with the students that they're working with out in the public school system. And so we just go through every aspect of the needs assessment, the learner analysis, the developing a SMART goal, learning objectives. And so as they go through each of that component, it starts to make sense why it has to be so structured and what the process is behind it, all the way up to full-blown curriculum for college programs. And so they kind of get to see it from the very beginning of just a small little program up to what it could be and what goes into the educational processes for anything out there as far as academics, industry, nonprofits, of what they have to do when it comes to setting up training. FCSE 3303 was originally kind of designated as a service learning aspect. So the students would, I had 2 or 3 partners in the community that they would get to pick from, and they would just go volunteer. So they would put on a little class because it was educational processes, so they have to design a little class and they'd go put it on at a community center, or they'd go volunteer at a local food bank and try to kind of learn from their experiences about how that program was set up as a volunteer opportunity and kind of just tie it into service. And we really wanted to make it more reciprocal. And so that's where, when I developed the partnership with the Center for Adolescent Resiliency, is more reciprocal in that they're learning from the community partner of what's needed in the community for at-risk students, while our students are learning how to work with that population and how to sit through and learn about the curriculum that they use to kind of put these kids on the right track. And some of the feedback we've got from the students is that it was life-changing, that after this, they didn't know what to expect when they got into this class. And so they just think that it's one of those things as students going through the human sciences, you're more apt to be concerned about the human well-being and those kind of things. And so they get to see it in action. And it's just life-changing for them to say, oh, this is why I'm learning this. So this is how it applies to the community. So when they go out and work in the industry or in nonprofit, they have that human contact in part of their training that they don't maybe get from a lot of other classes. To me, the value in this is I get to see the growth in the students. I don't get to see it from the community partners because they're part of the school district, but I get to hear about the impact that they made from our students' reflections. And that growth and knowing that they're making an impact because my research deals with families of the incarcerated. And so when you're dealing with at-risk youth, that their potential can maybe, or their outlook in life may be changing because of the students I've put into the community through my course, could have the impact of maybe redirecting their life choices to guide them in a better path towards a more productive life and a more productive member of society. And so that's the benefit I see from this partnership, and why I really want to keep growing this particular partnership to be more engaging as we develop the partnership and the trust that comes with it.